Hey everyone, my name's Toby Bajrovic. I'm the director of Phone Call, and I'm with...
Tristan Gorey, and I played Leo in the film.
Great, and we just thought we'd do a little sort of reflection commentary on it. It's a good excuse for us to talk about, what things we learned and can apply in future projects and sort of just, reminisce. So going to try our best to give you as much insight into how we did things, why we did things, and sort of what the experience was like while we made it. I guess, Tristan, can you give them a little background on how this project got started?
I guess it came from a mutual desire to just create something that was quite low stakes, that we didn't need to, really invest too much in. And I think we both really enjoyed that lack of our own critical pressure to ourselves. Like, we were just like, let's just create. And I think we came up with something that is human and authentic and somewhat of a shared experience. And I'm really happy with the final product. And I think you did an incredible job on
mate, don't butter me up too much.
And the editing.
Nah, Tristan, you absolutely killed it. I think it was a good experience for me, because at the time I needed something that would allow me to get outside of myself and actually collaborate with someone. Because in my opinion, that's always where I do my best work. And when you can bounce ideas off someone, you very quickly can figure out a solution and sort of compare your own experiences and taste into something that is hopefully fresh, but also connects with more people. Because then you're actually figuring out whether something can land with how it lands when you tell it to the other person. So we'll get stuck into the film now. We've also got the script scrolling alongside as we speak, so you can see how things have changed. So I really wanted to open the film on the brother characters to really establish that relationship and underline that there was some tension there. There's a history here. And with a short film, you don't have much time, so you need to be quite selective with how you did that.
I was just there.
And so that flashback opening was something that actually happened quite late in the process. Originally, the script started with this scene where he's carrying his sick dog into the car and rushing away. And you can see this sort of dilapidated shed in the background that shows that this guy's sort of, down on his luck, to put it lightly. And it was pretty, we didn't have much time to shoot the scene, hey?
Yeah, I mean, we shot a bunch of other scenes this day. And this was the last thing that we were shooting, and I think you did a very good job.
There was no light, so
Yeah,
I think
making do with what we had.
Yeah, all the scenes in this location, we only had a couple of takes, and I think this was the second last take that we used.
It was actually so dark that I couldn't see what gear I was in.
There is something to be said for when you're filming when the light is low.
Yeah.
There is a tension. Everyone's like, we need to nail it.
Yeah,
and I think that really fed into your performance. So I don't
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
There, I was like, we can't afford another one.
This was actually the first scene we shot in the film, first day. We sort of was one of the locations we found.
Yeah, I'm just in.
I love this location. The stark, sterile lighting. This tunnel is so otherworldly. I feel like we're about to go into Stranger Things or something. There's a portal at the end of this tunnel.
The initial sort of idea with this was, let's not hear what he's being told. Let's just focus on how this feels for him.
Yep.
And I think also seeing him run, leading to a path that literally leads to nowhere, which was visual effects, by the way. There was a fence right there and a whole bunch of lights in it. Anyway, It just quickly puts into place everything we needed to. This was filmed in Claremont, near the Hungry Jacks. One of the ideas we had was this apron.
Yeah, just kind of giving context as to what could he be doing for work, why he might not have a lot of cash.
And this was actually a really fun scene to film, because we did it pretty much a completely different way each time, with variations of certain lines, and the script was sort of written as a guide. We weren't sort of beholden to it fully.
I'm just wondering if that was the only option.
And we did a fair few takes, I think about 10.
Yeah. I actually remember having this exact conversation with the vet, and I think I was drawing a lot on what that experience was like. That fucking sucked, but I guess it added a lot to this kind of story.
You actually had the idea as well after watching a rough cut to make the sound design more busy, add more tension into it, which is why I added more sort of industrial construction noise, just to sort of give this sense of unease that he just can't get away from.
I really liked that you were able to just leave the camera rolling for this, and we're just watching this guy kind of struggle, try to fake at the start of and then the facade kind of falls away, and he's like, fuck, I'm just gonna...
Just checking in.
And I like how the performance here, you weren't too one or the other. You weren't sort of too performative in terms of trying to present yourself as you having all your shit together. But
Yes.
Also,
Just give me a call back.
there was a casualness to it, like, hey man, no time has passed at all. But there was still something there that you can sense out. Oh,
Yeah,
there's a history.
That, to me, that's how family does it. It's like, oh, nothing's wrong.
And I love the jacket as well.
That jacket was really important. Like, that was a choice I was quite attached to, because it's this jacket. It's a big kind of
hulking,
dark green jacket that kind of protects him from the world, you know?
This was a scene that we spoke about a bit. I was pretty insistent on us trying something like this out, because I always am really interested in the power of music, but also not just how you receive music listening to it, but seeing it performed.
I just couldn't hit the chords right.
Which is what I was looking for. I was looking for someone who's just playing for feel, and it's more...
It's for him.
It's an escape, yeah. And here, right now, he gets reminded again. And that release is just everything. Sorry to my brother's dog bowl. We did about 5 takes of that, and we completely fucking obliterated it.
I love that moment where he's kind of out of his head for a moment. He's got some reprieve from, he's on this guitar. And then he's like straight back into reality, and he's like, fuck, my dog's at the vet and she's about to die.
And this scene is really the crux of the film. And we chose this bridge because it's on one hand really beautiful, idyllic, it's facing west, we've got the sunset. But there's only 2 ways he can go, forward or back. He can't go left and right.
Nice. Yeah, I'm good.
We filmed it with a kind of a wider lens, and I'm handheld really close to Tristan. And gave it this sort of intensity and this intimacy.
Yeah, I was just calling in to see how you are. Thanks for calling me back.
Yeah, no worries. It's been a few years.
Yeah.
Because one of the things that really attracted us to this story was the idea that, okay, what if the younger brother is a success?
Yeah.
The older brother isn't the one that's got his shit together, which you'd sort of normally associate. They're the one protecting, but...
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
What's that
I
like?
think there's also something to be said about like
it's all right,
lost
it's a bit weird.
lost time, wasted time.
I bet.
And this is where it's really hitting him now, when he finds out about his nephew, his niece.
I had a little girl recently. I met a girl and had one, so you're an uncle now.
I think you did a really great job in editing this, and including ADR in it later, because we were able to
Crazy, man. Having
make the scene flow a lot better from the ADR, and the fact that I was facing away from the camera quite a bit, you were able to just insert those lines straight in.
Yeah, so this scene, I wasn't quite happy with how I wrote it initially once I did the first cut. And so I recut the scene. We got Blake and Tristan in for an ADR sesh, changed a few lines, and then it really brought a whole new life to it. I love this moment too.
Listen, I got this dog and she really needs some help. And
Your performance completely changes, and you can sense you're really fighting hard to get those words out.
no, it's not like that. She's having some seizures and it's really fucked up, man. She needs an
If you need
operation.
money, just tell me.
This moment here was something that was found in the edit. Because originally the scene kept going, but that never quite felt right to me.
Yeah.
I didn't want that to be how I remembered her.
I'm really pleased. I mean, we were shooting the scene, the flashback scene with Blake, and we kind of came up with this context about a sick mum, I think. And that's kind of where that voiceover came from. And then I think this just ends beautifully.
And I think also the fact that, it's not just him asking a favor for his brother. Him asking for help is also him forgiving himself, but then through the fact that they had no control over their mother's death, they now have control to save a life here. And
That's right.
That's what he's
We
counting
have
on.
a chance to redo, yeah.
Yeah. And this, the score's done by Gianni Corvaia.
Oh my God, he did such a phenomenal job.
And he literally did it in like 10 minutes, man. Like I went to IGA, got a coffee, came back, and this was basically playing. We faffed around with the actual sound of it for a little while, and the sound of the synths, but the core of it was done very quickly.
He did such an incredible job. And I've seen this film a few times now, and those final shots get me every fucking time. Like, I feel a pit in my stomach when that music starts to play. And the dog in this film is my dad's dog, actually, and I was quite attached to it as well. I grew up with that dog. And 2 weeks after we finished shooting this film, we actually had to put her down. And I think not long after that, I started talking to my brother again, which was really interesting, you know? Art imitating life, life imitating art.
Anyway, that's a little chat and commentary about Phone Call. Hope you enjoyed it. I hope it gave you a bit of an insight. And any final words, Tristan?
Yeah, I hope you enjoyed the film. If you have any comments or feedback about the film, we'd love to hear it.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right. See you guys.
See ya.
Till next time.